Peter Cole. So we're looking for potentially a move above 24,830 on the NASDAQ. So buys above 24,831. Gold. So we've got to wait for 15-minute candle to close above this price point for potential move higher. Let's get rid of all these down here. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Welcome. Rather annoyingly, if anyone uses magic keys, I've just had a rogue trade and it's absolutely annoyed me because I'd done my 1% for the day. I just had a coaching session at home with one of my members from the inner circle, and as I pressed enter on my computer to close it down with CTRL, it's hit open trade because that must have been the last thing that I've pressed or something. It's entered a trade and basically done my entire profit for the day. So I had a nightmare. So I'm now flat for the day after having a lovely morning. Yeah, I mean the main thing is I'm flat. Main thing is I'm flat. Um, it could have been worse. It could have um, uh, uh, right. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I was just trying to sort out what do you call it? YouTube there because it was just locked me out. I couldn't see anything. Hi Dan. Hi Zor. So yeah, I think we're going to favor buys on NASDAQ. The DAX, I'm gonna let me just clear these because they're not. The DAX, I'm not interested in unless we get a long above here, to be fair. So I'll look for buys here. Uh, buys above 24,366. So yeah, I'm going to have this as a no trade range at the minute. Now this can change depending on the candles that are formed right now as they come up. But this is going to be my no trade range. I'm going to look for sells below 24,223. Okay. Guys, have you entered the free giveaway yet? If you haven't yet entered the free giveaway, we are running a competition and there's a draw every Monday. Um, every Monday. So this Monday coming, I'm going to be giving away a 1 month's membership, 1 month's membership to Mark Owen Concepts. You will need to just basically tell us what standard of trader you are, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and name, email, and phone number. That's it. Very, very simple. Now, if you do give me the wrong information, then unfortunately, you're not going to be able to be contacted, and therefore you won't be able to win a prize. So I know a lot of you don't like to be contacted and usually give fake emails and fake numbers, but unfortunately in this case, if you do that, it's not going to work. A bit hot in here, guys. A bit hot in here today. Um, yeah, so what are we waiting for? Uh, okay, yeah. So that's all good. Um, big, big move earlier on gold. Huge move earlier. Not quite sure what created that. As you can see, maybe it's about time we have a little bit of a correction. Um, I suspect that news will push this through the floor. So I'm going to look for sells uh, because look, what breaks? I mean, what is it that's going to make the market break structure? Now, if we get a close through here, then we're going to look sells. If we can get a bullish candle, um, I'm just going to change YouTube over to uh, there we go, and TikTok should be on MT5 now. So realistically, what is it that's going to break levels? Well, the thing that's going to break levels is momentum and volume. And that is usually, so volatility is a byproduct of volume and volatility. Now, we don't have any news other than um, unscheduled news. So I think we're going to see price pop through here. I'm going to look to try. Ah, there we go. Too late. I wanted to get short here. 40 points. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. That is exactly what I was saying, guys. Um, I was looking for the market to break through this as we come into. So that would have been our TPs done, and we'd have been happy. Unfortunately, it's gone without us. Let's see. We've got 14 minutes to wait, so I don't think that's going to happen. Let's have a look. See if we drop down to the 5. See how it closes here. Look at this, and here it goes. Here it goes. Never mind, that would have been a perfect trade. Unfortunately, it didn't materialize. Like I said, this was the the way I was looking at this is that the market was going to break through this structure based on the fact that we were um, coming into the market opens, i.e. COMEX, and expecting that fresh bit of cash to come in and break through that structure point. Now, the question is it going to hold? Like what we saw last time, price came down, had a big move lower, and then buyers came back in and really bought price back up again. Now, the question is, will we see something similar? Because if we do, and we get a close back above this price point, then we can look for a range trade back up into here. So all is not lost yet. Yes, we missed the initial trade short, but what we're going to look for is potentially the next move to the upside, unless we get a strong move down, and then ultimately we'll be looking for more downside. So that's what we're looking at now, guys. How's your morning been? Has it been a good morning? Rachel, good afternoon. Lightning, good afternoon. Rambo, good afternoon. Big Harvey, welcome back. NASDAQ is just pushing without any wick down, so there's nothing we can do here just yet. Got to wait for this candle. So this is where patience comes in, guys. We'll wait for the 30. Wait for the 30. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. let's hope we have a great day. Okay, who have we got driven up to Grimsby? My old neck of the woods there, Vic. In fact, you can go and see Frank. Frankie's not far from Grimsby. Okay, there you go. Frankie's offering you a cuppa, mate. Head into Frankie's house. Bit of Yorkshire hospitality. Nice cuppa and a bicky. So we're going to wait for price to close above this price point. Um, you're at DFS or DFDS? Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Okay, so look, let's get as I said, there's more of you in now. We're gonna look for opportunities on NASDAQ long. We're waiting for price to get above. Look at these guys on YouTube. Mark, you see my comment. Oh, what if we say? I wish you an awesome trading session. Have a nice day, everyone. Lightning, thank you for your good wishes as always. Um, so, Human, Nick, Ian Capital, welcome. Okay, so look, this is the art of waiting because now price could be rejecting the level we just looked at. So if price rejects that, then we're we're going to be doing nothing. Okay, if price rejects that, we'll do nothing. I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm doing very well. Uh, what I got? Okay. Okay, so how many of you have entered the competition? If you haven't yet entered the competition, remember, if you want to know how to become a member, because one thing I know that people do enjoy is they enjoy being on this live stream. But the one thing that I know a lot of you miss is the the constant support. And, that's where as traders, when you sat at home or you're sat there, um, trading, it gets a little bit lonely, and you can sometimes make uh, bad decisions. Um, those decisions can be based around state of mind. They can be need for capital, whatever it may be. So that just remember when you are trying to trade, you want to have yourself in what we call a safe state. So safe state means you're not listening to your emotional, irrational decisions. It means you're following a process. And if you want to understand a process completely, then what you can do is go to my store. Link is there. I've dropped it in the chat. Um, Click on that. You've got a monthly offer, which is 97, or you've got an annual offer at 897. 897. How was your day? Yeah, today had been very good until I just did well, I don't know what happened. I think it's when I closed my computer down. Um, with Magic Key's virtual terminal. I just had one of my inner circle members at home having a coaching session for a couple of hours, and as I've closed my screen, or it's all I can think of, um, it's opened a trade, and luckily I've caught it relatively quickly. It's not cost any money, but it has cost today's profits, like 95% of them. So that is very, very annoying. So yeah, John Nelson, thank you for coming. No, I'm not blaming you, John. It was, I think in future, what I need to do is once I've finished trading for the day, just close that MT5 down because it's not the first time that this has happened when we press enter, right? Press enter or um, press a key or touch something on especially using the Bluetooth one, the virtual one, and you can hear it sometimes places orders or goes live or I don't know. That's the only glitch that I would say with Magic Keys. But there's a very simple way of doing that. If you're not trading, don't leave the chart open, just close it down. And then when you come back to it, like I would do for the US session, just open it. Uh, Yeah, so we had some nice trade through here this morning. I did catch a little bit of this here through for 40 pips. Ali Shadzian, any trades? Not yet. Always turn off the expert button. Uh, oh, that makes sense. Never thought of that. Turn off the algo trading. Yes. Swing trades, but it dropped 500 pips. I was only buying, and I'm only going to look at buys now, to be fair. So if this candle, which times this 26, okay. So if we get a bullish candle close here, I will look to try and trade this 5 minute based on buyers coming back in. So I need to see a bullish candle close, then a wick down, and I'll look to buy this. So thanks for the questions, guys. Um, yeah, just remember this is my shop window. So at some point, the live streams, they will stop. Um, I'm just using this as, let's call it a free marketing tool. So you can see go in cells UNC, UNC. What does UNC mean? Go in cells uncle. I'm guessing you're a young lad then. Yeah, bloody hell. Getting called uncle now. That's that says a lot. Whereabouts are you based? London. Fuck you know. Getting called uncle. That's it. My time's done. My time is done. I can't believe it. I'm getting called uncle on live stream now. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Uh, well, there's not a lot to get involved with for me at the minute. Nothing's meeting my rules. Can't wait for it to just dump during NY. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It could dump, it could rally. One thing I do know is we've got clear candle space here. So if buyers come in and we can hold this zone here, then I can look for buys. If we reject this, if we break this zone, then I'll only look for BPCs. So that means I'll wait for the market to rally and then we'll look for sells. Listen, the market will always rally further than we anticipate. Trends will all It's going to hit inducement zone underneath the wick. I had no idea what an inducement zone is. If it's smart money concepts or order blocks or any of that, I don't talk about it. Buys on the breakout. Uh, Here, Frankie, is this what you're referring to? Above 4,200? Or are you referring to sells on a lower time frame here? Previous, you hanging fire on gold. You hanging fire on gold M30. Hanging. Mm. Oh, Naz. Uh, Even this isn't setting up. There's nothing here. So we've just got to sit tight, guys. We can't have winning sessions the whole time. Can't have winning sessions the whole time. Um, but what we can do is we can stay disciplined and look for trading opportunities. And if the opportunity doesn't present itself, then you know what? Dan, I've not, yeah, exactly. Oh my days. Yeah, I don't talk about fair value gaps. It's like blasphemy. Uh, German, there was a sell here, but again, we didn't get a wick up here to look for the BPC short. So we'll see how this. Oh, it's only just started. So again, nothing's really it age isn't a thing. Do you need any help? What with? Mentally, physically, emotionally? I need, well, if you speak to a few people, they'll say I need lots of help. Uh, yeah, no, not interested in smart money concepts for me, but thank you all the best. Personal preference, it's not for me. Um, uh, bu- 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 quiet, quiet, quiet. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Now I'm interested. Okay, I'm going to buy it above the high of this candle here. If we break the high of this, in fact, no, well, I'll wait for this 5 minute candle to finish. We've tapped the level again. So if we close bullish, then a wick down, I'm buying the high of this. I'm looking for, can you recover funds from the market? Um, can you recover funds from the market? What do you mean, Dan? No sound detected. See, these microphones replying to the fund recovery guy. What? Which fund recovery guy? Oh, right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Positive vibes on a lovely Wednesday. Thank you, Mark. Mr. Buckley saw something on TikTok the other day saying we should look at age as levels and not years. I'm currently at level I'm currently at level 52. Love it. Well, one more minute and we've got an opportunity. I'm going to put that there for now. Down here. That's the high of that candle. 85.73. and just put it above 86. There we go. What time is it? We've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and I'm going to be buying a higher that candle. Make it 15 seconds. Don't pop. 4 seconds. Ah, okay, so we're going to go 1.5. Buy. I've just bought. Okay. Ah, damn. What? Open cart, get rid of it. There we go. What's that? 59. Let's take it to here. I'm going to put partial TP in. 150. Okay, here we go. Right, so that was a bit of a not so good entry, but I'm okay with that. Alright, I'm getting ready to drop this underneath here as soon as we hit our TP. I got very close. And there we go, TP1 hit. 15 pips secured. Let me know if you got it, guys. 15 pips secured. Partial TPs. Let's go 450. At 250, I'm going to put my stop to break even. Ooh. Will it be a break even trade? Because we got 15 pips profit. Okay, we're not getting through that. So let's see if we can get back up there again, guys. And I'll just take another half off just to make it a positive trade no matter what. Okay. At 10 pips, I'm just going to secure another half because then we'll make it a nice positive trade regardless. Okay, so we can't lose money now. We can only make money because I secured another half. So we took 15 off. We took 50% off at 15 pips. We took another half off at 10 pips. So we're only trading with 25%. So this trade is a positive trade no matter what. I'm just keeping the stop underneath the low of this candle just to try and give it a little bit of breathing space. So we're probably going to finish up with, we've got 25% at 15 pips stop loss. So that's it's like losing 3 pips of a whole put position. And we secured 15 at half, so 7.5, and 10 at another half. So we're going to finish up like net 10 pips. So it'll be net 10 pips if this gets stopped. There we go. So we secured 10 pips there, guys. So it's not exactly a big win, but it's something. I just saw, who's that? Just got, ah, just a lovely message there from someone that's on the live stream. 2 days away from T1 for Mr. Hall. T1, T2, Vic Snazzle. Uh, out Vic, out Peter Cole. Well done, guys. If you want a quick pump this morning, have a look at Verd Agri. It's all right. I'm not so keen on checking out stocks, but I can imagine, or crypto, whatever it is. But I can imagine it was a big one. All right. 5 minutes for the 15-minute candle to be. Let's see. Right, downside to these candles, right, guys, is the fact we have such big candles in on the charts now. So your stops are so much bigger. Uh, yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Just saw, no problem, Big Harvey. I've just seen your reply. So good luck with the payout in 2 days. Which firm are you using? Um, okay, so listen, guys, there is, I've just realized. Uh, oh, that one doesn't work. I need the bit.ly link. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to get the bit.ly link and then I'll share that with you. So um, in order to partake in our giveaway next Monday, I just need you to click on this link, and literally all you need to do is put your name, email, contact number, and whether you are um, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or novice. Uh, NASDAQ, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put buys above the high of that 15-minute candle. Uh, what's the high? 24849, 24849. So we'll go to, yeah, there we go. What are we risking? Ooh. Oh, hold on. That's not right. Delete. Why has that come up as? So let's put that as 51.2, 24805, 24805. There we go. Well, $700. Let's get partial TP in. We give it 2000. That's 20 points. Yeah. And then we'll see if we can get some movement above the high of this wick here. So we're looking for some nice market impulse. See if we can get above that high. If we can, fantastic. Using alpha futures. Okay, nice one. Good luck. How many have you had many payouts before? Or will this be your first one? Uh, Going to be my first. Been through a lot to get there. Oh, well done. Well done on your first payout, bro. Do you need to take any more trades to get it, or can you just get your payout now? So you can be quiet for 2 days, no more trades. If you can not trade for 2 days and get your payout, then sit on the sidelines. Don't hand anything back. Yeah, okay. Uh, yeah, gonna sit on the sidelines for the rest of the week. Awesome, awesome. I've not used Alpha Futures, but I've heard some people have done well with them. So I hope it's going to be a nice payout for you. Hi Andrew, how you doing? So Magic's good afternoon. I just seen you're back in the room. We do have a buy stop. Oh, I've not updated the stats. So you should have got, let me just update the stats. Where is YouTube? Results. 36 wins, 4 losses, 11 break evens. 36 wins, 4 loss. Right, I'm going to keep looking at gold on the other screen. I don't want to change until I see a potential setup. Um, who else is about to get a payout? Anyone else about AWG grab a bag? Does it give us a clue? I don't know what that means. Maybe this is why people call me uncle. Hallie, good afternoon. Um, yeah, we're waiting. Let's see what happens. I think gold buys are still on the cards, you know. Question is, we've got 95 points. What's that? 60. Hey Mark, how we doing? Yeah, okay guys. Listen, it's a bit quiet at the minute. Not a lot going on, but I am interested in potential buys above here. Let's just see what's happening. I think what I'll do is because we've got such big candles, um, what I'm going to wait for is I want to see if we can get a 5 minute close above this minor resistance level that's being formed off the 5 minute. Now you know I don't normally trade low time frames, but because the candles are so big at the minute, we can look at the 5 minute, we're still getting clear ranges. Whereas previously you wouldn't get, there's no way you would look at a range of 140 points off a 5 minute chart. New here, what's your main strategy? Is it different for DAX, gold, and NAS? No, Sean, hi Sean, welcome to the stream, mate. It's the same, principles are the same, just pure price action trader. So I look at what we call breakouts, false breakouts, BPC trades, which is a continuation trade after a breakout. Um, Flips in a strong trend, and that's it. So very, very simple. There's no gray areas other than the beard. But yeah, it's just really simple stuff that we can repeat and stay consistent with. Because I think that's what most people struggle with, right? It's consistency. And they probably struggle with consistency because they make things too complicated. So I just try and simplify things down and show you what I do on a daily basis. And I'm live here. Most days at 1 o'clock. And like I said, this is totally transparent. This is me. So 1 second, guys. Um, all right, let's see if we can get a close above here. Sorry, guys. Just had to sort some. Dexter, good afternoon. I think the low will be wiped out before going up. Well, we'll see. Look, whatever happens, happens, remember. So this is why we all have like a set of rules that we apply. And this is how we got what? I mean, it went up 30 pips, but we only caught 15 of them. I got a slightly bad entry above the high. Um, okay, so we're just waiting for this candle to close above this level. And if it does, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a buy stop above the high. So let's just, this is what I'm effectively going to look to try and do. If we see this candle break and close above here in the next 3 minutes, if it just breaks the high, I'm going to just place the order. So in fact, I'm taking the order in. The order's going in, guys. I'm placing the order above the highs because, and let's put that in. Okay. And I'm going to drop a second target in at 40 pips. I think the low, okay, yeah, I read that comment before. So we'll see. In 2 minutes, this candle's going to close. The question is, will it close above here or is it going to just spike up and get stopped? Now, I'm just using the lower time frame, and then if we do get triggered, I'm going to look for the next candle. So we've only got like what? I mean, if you look at it on the 15, we've had a wick down, and we're potentially taking out the high of the 15-minute candle. So the high is 418970, 418970, 418970, 4189. Tell you what, let's just make it 90. And I just need to adjust that. Okay, so we've got 15 pips on Empress Re. Good afternoon. Okay, so we are about to trigger. Oh, fucking. This, see what I'm saying about magic keys issues? Oops. Okay, so we're in. Looking for New York volume coming in now. We've just been triggered on a long gold. Long gold. And if this candle as soon as it breaks the high of this one, even if it doesn't hit TPs, I'm going to move the stop underneath the low of this candle. So the second we break the high, we're going to move our stop up. In fact, I'm quite happy to bring it up a little bit, but we'll see. I'm just keeping it where it is right now. I've not moved it. I'm just holding it with my cursor. So if price was to just come down and tap that area, nothing will happen to the trade because theoretically the stop loss right now is still underneath that big bullish 5-minute candle. Displacement at 2 p.m. Wherever that is. So we'll see. Remember, by we can still get the direction wrong, but by the way that we manage a trade, we can still take profit from the market. And if we're wrong, and we just have a losing trade. Okay, it's part and parcel of trading. So see what happens. And this will be my last trade for the day. So we'll go back. Bullish. Let's hope so. I'm bullish. I've bought. So let's see. I'm just waiting for this candle to break the highs and then I can move my stop up a bit more. Oh, kind of. Okay, there we go. Ooh, go on. It's trying. 10 pips up, guys. So if you want to, there we go. 15 pips and we've banked. So let's just see if it can run now. There we go. Stops at break even. So another winning trade for the session. 20 pips up. So we closed half at 15 pips, guys. Next profit is at 40. We've got what, 1 and a bit minutes left of this candle. So if you want to, hey, I bought 50K funded account on Apex without knowing there is $85 fee after evaluation. Oh, gutted. Okay, and there we go. Nice little trade. Thanks, Frankie. Uh, 30 minute is So 30-minute is setting up as well. The next candle wicks down. It will be my last attempt. So let's just update the stats while we're waiting. Another winning trade. 2.5% for VIX Nazzle. Well done. So 37. All right, are we wicking down? Okay, open calc. All right, what's the high? 85.40. So we'll get 85.70. No, that can't be right. 92.57, so 92.87. Let's just round it up, 92.90. Okay, there we go. Now, we can lose this. Don't need that anymore. 2 p.m. should be nice movement. Let's see. Peter Cole, oh, I didn't cancel it. Thank you, Mr. Buckley. Damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to cancel this one now. Shut up. Hold on. Right, what I'm gonna do is Spencer, it's not our house. What a prat. And the TPs have gone. So let's put this in. I'm going to leave gold for now because it's. And let's put one in at Spencer. Sorry, my dog's going crackers. He thinks someone's at the door. All right. So if TP is hit on this trade, yeah, I'm glad I still like the setup. What? Yeah. Thinks there's someone at the door. All right, let's close this. 30, 30, 30, 30. Yeah, I'm going to delete gold. I can't be bothered trying to focus on two charts. Alan, thank you for the follow. Who is that? Yeah, Spencer, that's my dog. I don't know what he was just barking at. I didn't hear the door or the doorbell, but he thinks there's something to be barking about. So apologies for that, guys. Let's see if we can get the 230 takeoff on NASDAQ. The Prince, good afternoon. So we had a buy stop on NASDAQ above this high, which has been triggered on this move here. It looks like we've been triggered by the spread. So now we're just seeing if we can. I can't really move the stop yet. I could potentially reduce it a little bit to about here. But as soon as this candle, if it flips bullish and takes out this high, then I can move my stop underneath the low of the current candle. But yeah, 30-minute looks lovely. Yeah, no, the technically the setup looks good. So let's just wait. This is driving me nuts today. It keeps jumping all over the place. Stuffy, no, not Stuffy, Suffy. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Peter Cole, 2.29% today, awesome result. Vic Snazzle, what did you get? Where's it gone? I'm sure he said about 2.5% for Vic Snazzle. Some great returns from the members today. So well done. Now, guys, if you are interested in joining the membership or you want to know a little bit more, you can contact me on WhatsApp, which is 07356237138. That is a UK number. So 07356237138. Yeah, hey Cooley, welcome. Yeah, we're in a NASDAQ long trade. Now, I did make a little bit of an error. I hadn't cancelled it. Um, let's have a look, see if gold's looking nice. Gold is looking nice. Am I going to have two trades running? How do I do this? I don't really want to have two trades running. Every time I change something, the freaking screen just disappears. To be fair, gold and Nasdaq are quite similar at the minute. The only difference is Nasdaq is more bullish in terms of the recent movement. As you see today, gold since what about 10 a.m. has been on the decline, whereas Nasdaq has been on the rise. Yeah, I'm going to leave gold alone for now. Hopefully, we can see some buyer presence come back into the Nasdaq pre the open. If not, I'm going to have a losing trade, which we don't like. What's the damage here? We've got 90 pips available on gold. It's a lovely range. And what's the stop? Initial stop would be, it's basically a one-to-one, but okay. Okay, this is 15. In fact, I'll take trade out at that point. Okay, do I want to put this in? What's happening here? 22 points offside. Okay, if this wasn't live, I'd be placing the gold order right now. I generally only ever have one trade running at a time. So I'm quite annoyed with myself. Uh, okay. Right. Okay. I am going to place that order and I am going to look to manage both. Damn it. What am I doing? As they say, he who favors fortune favors the brave. Now, where's this chart gone again? There we go. Okay, here we go. So gold buys above the current or the previous 30-minute candle. Okay, so as you look at it, yes, that was the 15-minute candle. What's the, just check the high, 92.60, so we'll call it 92.90. Now I can't use partial TPs on this one because I've got them set on the other. But what I can do is I can hit close half if it triggers. So I'm going to be, I can't use partial TPs because they're already active on NASDQ. Okay, so gold I will manage manually using magic keys. Oh, why is that? Uh, there we go. Okay. Potential. Okay, so at 150, I'm going to close half and move my stops to break even. So 130, what? No, we go 280, even better. Okay, so we're at break even. There we go. You gotta love gold. Okay, here we go. Making those pips, guys. I'm just gonna push it up to cover any commissions. $380, 40 pips. I'm gonna close another half, and then we'll just let it run. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can test the highs. Right. Okay, so that one I don't care now. Now I need to manage. So we can update the stats there, guys. We've had another successful trade on gold. Let's just see, 15.5. Okay, we've got to wait for that one to run its course, whatever it may do. All right. Entry price, well, I've got a stop loss now at 4193.40. 4193.40. So let's 4193.40. So I'm just going to mark that on here, 4193.40. Add alert. There we go. So I've got Uh, alert set on gold. And just keep going backwards and forwards. If we get stopped out, it's only going to be positive. So market open on, oh, let's just update the stats. Secured something, well done. Yeah, now listen, this isn't something normal. I wouldn't normally have two trades running at once. So that was very unusual for me. So 30. So very unusual. Is it a buy or a sell? Well, listen, I'm currently in a losing trade here on the NASDAQ. It was the 30-minute. We had a buy stop above the high of this candle, and we got triggered in by spread. And since we got triggered in, it started to retreat. Gold, we are still in by the looks of it. Yeah, still pushing. I'll move my stop up once. So if this candle breaks the high here, I'll just bring my stop up underneath the low of this candle. So in fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. If gold breaks the low, I'll just close another half. Let's just bring it up and then I don't have to watch. Still holding just. So we're locking in. There we go. Another 18 pips. So there we go. Gold is done. So as I said, fortune did in favor the brave. Yeah, it did today. Now, I don't think you'll see that happen again, to tell you the truth. I don't think you'll see me do that again. It's probably in all the streams since I've been doing this on live. I think you've probably seen me do it twice. Okay, you've probably seen me do it twice. What's the background noise? Sounds like you're on a sinking ship. Oh, I think there's some renovations going on upstairs. Can you hear it? Euro dollar move has already happened. I don't know. I don't look at euro dollar. Um, but does it sound like a drill? 'Cause there's a bit of a drilling noise coming from upstairs. Yen Trader is back. I recognize that name from yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So apologies for background noise. Any trade? Ali Shad, have you? Yeah, we've had three trades. We had three or four. I think maybe four. One, two, three. Yeah, three gold trades, three wins, and we've got this negative NASDAQ trade at the minute. We're just must be someone drilling. So we're just waiting for NASDAQ to take off. Thank you, bro. Pleasure. Yeah, four trades. Three wins on gold and currently a negative on NASDAQ. Okay, so gold's just started to drop a bit, so good job we moved our stop when we did. Locked in those valuable pips. Now we're just going to let NASDAQ take off. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Now, this is an abnormal session as well. We don't normally have four trades in a session, maybe one, maybe two. I'm already in. I'm already in. My entry was here, 24,851. 24,851. So I'm 11 pips down at the minute, make it 12. These big orange numbers, this is how many pips I'm losing. So 11, 10, 9. When they turn blue, that means I'm making. Constantine, welcome. No, I'm buying, but let's see what happens. I would like to see gold bullish until 335. Until 335, that's very precise. Is that when you finish work? Or you can have some time to look at the charts? Hmm. Well, this is a slow trade. A slow trade indeed. Really wish I hadn't have forgotten about this one. Timing precision is the entry model. Okay. Just learned something new today. Didn't know what the yellow numbers were. Ah, yeah. It means I'm losing. So when it's blue, it's positive, and when it's yellow, orange, it's negative. And I would love to say that this market is about to take off and you'll see big blue numbers shortly, but obviously I can't say that. Is it going up? Look, based on my system, the way that I trade, I would say so, yes. But I have losing trades as well. So, you know, ultimately, who knows? I just trade what I see and hopefully it works. Everyone has a losing trade. Nobody is the Messiah. Absolutely true. They say they are run far, far away. Totally agree. Totally agree. That's why I trade live in front of people, so you can see me lose, you can see me win, you can see it all. You know, ultimately, you you can't you can't fake live live trading and live results. What time frame? This is a 30-minute time frame, but we've got 7 minutes left, and I don't like this move right now. And that really winds me up when that happens. Genuine question: as someone full time, do you find trading absolutely mind-numbingly boring? Um, I only trade certain hours of the day, so I only trade like the morning session between 5 and 8 a.m. and then I trade with you guys between what 12:30 and 2:30. So, ul- you know, it is a bit more entertaining for me because I get to speak to people. But I guess that's why communities work, right? Because it is a lonely, lonely, lonely thing. So, you know, why do people want to join my community? Because they can share ideas, they can get support, they get ideas, they get a system. Um, they're not just sat at home on their own, just staring at a chart and black and white candles moving up and down, or red or white candles. So, and well, in the other time, I'm generally doing something around trading. It's usually, I don't know, coaching or doing something with uh, content creation, creating videos. So anything around it, um, you know, that's what I generally do. Right, not liking this. Where are these buyers? Where are the buyers? Come on, 4 minutes to rock up. Now, something's going to happen on the open. Is it going to spike higher or is it going to sink? Who knows? But it will move. On the open, it's going to move. And my objective is to, if it spikes up, I'm literally just going to hit stop loss at entry and get risk free as quickly as possible. If it spikes down, then there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to get stopped out and have a losing trade. So that's it, guys. That's what we do. Follow the process, and the prize will follow. Hmm. Now, sometimes it shoots off to the left, sometimes it shoots off to the right, sometimes it disappears down below. It's like it's got a world mind of its own, this thing. All right, come on, here we go. Are we going to see some buyers now, please? Here comes the jitters, the open jitters. Let's get ready. If we can get a spike up, literally hitting stop loss at break even. 2 minutes. Come on. What do we have now? 1 minute, 20 seconds. One minute. Don't know if any. What was that? It's my dog trying to get back in, but he can wait. Unfortunately, we've got a trade running. 40 seconds. 40 seconds, guys. moment of truth. You want to hear my answer? How do you deal with uh, you everyone's taxes will be dependent on their circumstances. So um, A4G are good accountants for traders. And there we go. We've had a losing trade, guys. So let's put that in text. Well, let me just update that. 5 losses. 5 losses. Text. Uh, and update that. Oh, nearly deleted it all. So 5 losses. Okay, so this is one to watch for later. Okay, so price could still push through that area. So 1 hour flip is still, yeah, 1 hour flip, definitely. I'm actually going to keep it. What's the high of this candle? I'm basically going to do the same entry, guys. 51. Let me check. So it has to trigger this candle there. If it doesn't trigger this candle, I'm closing. Uh, so you've got 29 minutes. 24, 8, 10. Okay, so I'm just looking at this as we've closed above the structure. We're having a deep retracement. If this candle flips bullish, this is a huge shift in sentiment. Okay. Okay. So, oh, this damn dog. Stop scratching. So, yeah. So I've replaced the order, guys. I've replaced the order. This is a crazy busy session for me. Never normally have this many orders. Not orders, trades. Sorry if you can hear that banging in the background. Turning Point VSOP. Good afternoon. So I will look at just below the 25,000 as I'll go 24,960. So just through here. So that if it does rally, we're looking at about 108 points. So not a massive rally for the NASDQ, but based on where we are, it means it would have to move about 170 points. But I think if we break those highs, if we look at this clear candle space, anywhere I would expect if we do break these highs, price could run somewhere in that region. So what I want to do is I want to be the first one out. We've also got 25,000 as a big psychological number, even handle. So I want to be out way before that. So you can see 25,000 is down at this point here, where the market came down, broke, test, and then had the big sell-off. So don't be surprised if the market retests 25,000. Which country am I from? UK. I'm sure you asked me this last week, Will. UK, north of England. I remember you on here uh, about a week or so ago, I think. Um, yeah, so it magics. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get into trading and how do you deal with losses? How did I get into trading? Pissed off at work, not earning enough money, um, wanted extra income, needed to do something needed to do something about it. Um, how do I deal with losses? Uh, right, one way of looking at it is it's a business expense. Okay, so with trading, you don't have staff, you don't have to manufacture anything, you don't have to count into effect, let's say, business rates or supplies. The only thing that you need to factor in for costs would be your PC, which you would have for any work, your Wi-Fi, which you would have for any work, um, and then either a mentor or some kind of software that you might use. So I use Magic Keys. This was like $38, so cheap as chips. Um, so just losses are a business expense, right? Oh, I wish they would stop banging that. Yeah, so look, we did the right thing closing that trade. So you've got so it's a bit losses are a cost. You paid for a lesson instead of only being wrong. You paid the market. Tell why. Yeah, but remember, winning trades are a lesson, right? Your winning trade, did you trade by the book or did you trade, or did you trade it based on emotion? So every trade is a lesson. We learn about ourselves every day, whether it's a trade. How did we feel during that trade? Did we manage the trade according to our plans? Like today, um, I forgot to close that NASDQ trade down and I left it open. Luckily, one of the guys told me. Now, what would have normally happened would have been once gold triggered, I would have cancelled that order, but I'd left it open. So that was my mistake. So this is where sometimes, you know, you can just be away with the moment. Like I started talking about a different topic, and because I changed screen, I forgot that the order was still there. I still like the setup, so I don't mind that. But the only thing that would have changed would be once the gold trade triggered, I would have cancelled that order. Um, so ultimately, every day you're going to find something new about yourself. So one of my mentors, a chap called Larry Williams, going back a long time ago now. Um, he's world renowned for his systematic trading, development of indicators, seasonal trading, commitment of traders, that kind of thing. He must be about 82, 83 these days. And he always said the best book you'll ever read is the one you write yourself. So, meaning your journal. You know, you can learn whatever you want off whoever, but it's your trades, the one that you take based on your interpretation, based on your rules, that you're going to learn more about. So if you aren't, if you aren't journaling or you aren't, God, I wish these guys had stopped now. If you aren't doing that, um, then you really need to start doing that. Yeah, God Almighty. Okay, see what's going on with gold. Not a lot. No, I think with gold now, you gotta wait until you get a close above 4202 or below 4181. So do nothing until it's bloody banging. It's driving me nuts. So gold, do nothing. NASDAQ, we're probably going to cancel this order. We've got 21 minutes for a big shift in sentiment, which doesn't look like that's going to come forth. Gold is pretty, what time? Oh, it's low time frame. It's only 5 minutes. I was just looking at the gold on the 5 on a different screen. That if you 60-point range. See, the ranges don't look big because they're normal. Because they're not normal, if that makes sense. Like before, I'd be interested in 30-point, 40-point ranges. But because the ranges have been so big recently, what is it, 60-point range doesn't look big enough. Yeah, they certainly are hammering the NAS price down. Look at it. But I'm still happy to leave this open for the next 20 minutes. And if it doesn't reverse, that's me done today. And I will say thank you all for your time. How to know the correct order block? I don't do anything with order blocks, so asking the wrong person, buddy. I would say go find a channel that talks about order blocks and maybe they'll give you the answer that you're looking for. So can't help you there, sorry. Lou Mesfin, thank you for the follow. So sorry about that, Farhan. But yeah, can't help you. Uh, is this Aussie? No, this is NASDAQ. Is it gold? No, this is gold. There's a trade here if this closes in 3 minutes. Um, on NASDAQ, I have a pending buy order above the previous hourly high. Gold, I'm interested in getting long if this candle closes above this range in 3 minutes. So basically, something like that is what I'd be interested in. But we've got to wait 2 minutes and 12 seconds to see if this candle can close above this range. See what happens with the NASDAQ. See if it reverses. Sorry for the writing error. So are we selling? No, I'm not selling. I'm just looking to buy. So a buy stop. I'm looking to buy above the high of that bullish candle. That's what I'm looking to do. Okay. So if you're online now, guys, if you haven't yet entered, okay, it doesn't look like we're gonna. Yeah, we've got 1 minute. So it doesn't look like we're gonna close above. and definitely doesn't look like that one's going to turn. So let's close it. No need for that. Okay. Um, oh, then again, how long we got? 3 seconds. Hmm. Right. Okay, guys. Uh, I th Look, technically, entry should be up here. If you want to look at lower time frames, then you would need to see a 5 minute candle break above here and close above, and then you could look to maybe fill that wick. Um, but I think it's just starting to get a bit messy, so I'd leave it alone. Oh, potentially it's coming back. Was I too early in cancelling the order? Maybe let's get it back. 24849. Like I said, it has to trigger this candle. Has to trigger this candle. 24960. So I I will give it the 15 minutes. Oh, it must be me. Every time I turn this one back on, it NASDAQ drops. But we shall see. Uh, I'm based in London. Based in London. Marcus Sprenger, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so guys, just sitting tight. Literally, when it was down here, I cancelled the order because I'm looking at this as a, I don't know, liquidity grab, whatever. But like I said, it needs to flip bullish in this candle, so it's got 13 minutes to have a jump of around 70 points. If it doesn't do that, we cancel the order. Why is that? So I just realized YouTube, my stats are missing. There, must have moved it somewhat for some reason. Ferini, Stolga, Phil, good afternoon. Okay, so maybe we are going to cancel this order. NQ has the potential for a long if you've got the margin. I don't need the margin because I just trade off price action. So look, the if you're a long and just hold, then obviously you buy in the market, and whether you average cost or you just hold, that's personal preference. But that's not what I do. I'd rather take the loss. Um, how do I do this? All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day now. I'm gonna call it a day. This trade's just let's done. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Another great session. I will be back tomorrow or 1 o'clock. Guys, take care. Have a great session. Great day. Stay disciplined. Bye bye.